So for the next two panels, I have good news for you. I'm going to be handing over the podium. We're going to have another MC for the next two sessions. I'm going to welcome to the podium a friend of mine who I got to meet through the election cycle of 2022. For those of us in Eastern Pennsylvania, you know the tireless work of Jimmy Zumba, registering voters, getting volunteers, getting people out to vote, recruiting new volunteers, welcoming them into the party, and he continues his efforts to grow our party. So I bring to the podium my friend and our ally in growing the conservative movement, Mr. Jimmy Zumba.
Hola, buenas tardes. Bueno, por las próximas 30 minutos vamos a hablar solo en español. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, the first time that I came to PLC was like 4 or 5 years ago, perhaps longer. And after the PLC was done, I approached Mr. Loman Henry and I said, awesome conference, I love it. The only issue that I have is I didn't see no Latinos or Hispanics as speakers or participating from here. And he said, Jimmy, we have invited maybe 1 or 2 Hispanics before during the 30+ years of the PLC history. And I said, if you want to see more Latinos, you take the leadership and you do it. So since then, I've been doing it. I believe this is the 4th year in a row doing the Hispanic Latino session. So thank you for that opportunity, Mr. Henry. If I were to speak every single accomplishment or every single or her entire bio, I will be here for the next 30 minutes just to introduce the next speaker, Catalina Stubbe. She holds, and also I have 30 seconds as a matter of fact, she holds a bachelor's degree from University of La Sorbonne in France. She's trilingual, Spanish, English, and French. She was born in Colombia, where she was also a Miss Colombia Universe or something like that. But anyway, she was and also she is the president and founder and the CEO of Stubbe Ranch, where her influence is beyond the boardroom. And also she's a strong community leader in Florida. And currently, she is the national director for Moms for Liberty. And because of her influence, she has helped to pass over 40 important pieces of legislation. And also, one of her nice accomplishments is that when she met the president from El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, she was key for President Bukele to change the gender ideology in El Salvador. So she's in addition to that, she's been showcased in many national TV in Spanish and English, and also in Fox News and Newsmax and many others. Without any further ado, please, let's welcome Catalina Stubbe.
Thank you for that kind, Jimmy, thank you for this kind introduction. Hello, everyone. Hello. ¿Dónde están mis latinas? Thank you for coming. So I'm gonna start with a question. How do you attack the future of a nation? You make it illiterate, you rip God from its hearts and minds, and you target its children. Confuser than minds, repeating lies with the dominant media, creating chaos and sowing division. This isn't a theory, it's a playbook straight from the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx, wrote in 1848. But right now, it's unfolding in our schools, our culture, and our government. But we, the parents of America, see it for what it is. We stand for truth. We are joyful warriors, and we will not let this nation fall. Fellow patriots, my name is Catalina Stubbe, and Moms for Liberty is here to fight for the survival of American unifying, educated, and empowering parents to defend our God-given parental rights at every level of government. The U.S. Constitution, the bedrock of our republic, declares in its preamble that we, the people, not bureaucrats, not unions, not progressive ideologies, hold the power to secure the blessing of liberty for ourselves and our posterity. That posterity is our children, and they are under siege. But we are here to say enough is enough. Victory is within reach, and we are the ones to seize it. As a sociologist, I want to dive a little bit onto the Marxist manifesto. Well, in a few words, it calls for abolition of private property, overthrow of the bourgeoisie, of the working class, centralized control of production, communication, and education by the government, eliminating of religion, family structures, and traditional institutions and values. But why? They want to implement communism in a country. But how? Most of you are going to recognize this. Listen. Number one, propaganda, spread class resentment, undermine faith in existing systems. Number two, destabilization, create economic crisis, erode culture norms, and confuse societal values. Number three, revolution, organize the working class to seize power, often violently, dismantling the old regime. Number four, centralization. Establish a single-party state, nationalize property and industry, and suppress dissent. Number five, and the most important, and how I care most, is re-education. Control schools, media, and institutions to enforce ideology and loyalty, obviously to the government. It is a gradual or forceful takeover, depending on the context, aiming for a stateless, classless society, but historically it stalled for an authoritarian control. Our nation have been betrayed. Our education is in crisis. Let's face the ugly truth. Our education system is rotting, and the culprits are clear. Start with the Department of Education, a federal behemoth birthed in 1980 under Jimmy Carter as a political payoff of the National Education NEA. The NEA, a teacher union, drunk on power, endorsed Carter in '76, their first presidential pick ever, and demanded a cabinet-level department in return. They got it. $14 billion startup, and now it's a $268 billion monster in 2024. According to US facts, over its 45 years, it's devoured more than $3 trillion of our tax dollars, yet only a silver, maybe $45 billion trickled down to K-12 teachers and classroom. Is our kids better educated now? The rest of the money is swallowed by bureaucracy, student loans, and higher ed handouts. Meanwhile, the federal government covers just only 13% of K-12 funding per student. It's about $2,400 per student out of $1,800, while states and locals give 80% per students, and this you can find it on Pew Research. Let me tell you, this isn't efficiency, this is theft. Then there is the teacher union themselves, NEA and AFT, breaking in almost $1 billion annually from teachers' dues as of 2025. In fiscal year 22-23, they dumped nearly $100 million into democratic campaigns. This isn't about education, this is control. They have turned schools into indoctrination camps, pushing Marxist ideologies, critical race theory, gender confusion, DEI, you name, while sidling reading, writing, and arithmetic. Our kids aren't learning to think. They are being taught to hate. Hate America, hate their story, hate their parents, hate even themselves. Schools tell little boys they can get pregnant. That was the case of my 7-year-old son. And they tell little girls that they are bisexual if they like to play with boys and girls. That's what they told my girl of 9-year-old. Always stripping God from the classroom and replace him with a progressive altar. And our daughters, they are collateral damage. The Biden administration's Title IX regress in 2024 forces schools to let boys into girls' bathroom, lockers, room, and sports, erasing fairness and safety of our girls. This isn't progress. This isn't inclusiveness. It's pure persecution, a government weaponizing its power against our children's dignity. The Department of Education and its union overlords don't care about education. They care about power. They have betrayed our kids, and it's time to reap that power back. And this is we, the joyful warriors, are here, a racing journey against the overreach of the government. 4 years ago, Moms for Liberty was born from a spark, a vision that parents will unite to reclaim our rights and our children's future. Today, that spark, it's a wildfire, 130,000 strong, burning across this nation. We stand for truth. We fight with joy and empower each other to take one of the beast. Our mission is rooted in the U.S. Constitution. The 10th Amendment reserves education to the state and the people, not a federal monster. We are here to restore that balance. Look at what we have done. We were the first to call for the Department of Education's abolition, a radical, righteous, and stand against a system that's falling for our kids. That call is echoing nationwide, and we are leading the charge to dismantle it brick by brick. Imagine it gone. No more DC dictates, no more wasted billions. State and community could tailor education while funds hit classroom directly. Books, desks, teacher raise, buildings. Innovation will explode, free from federal shackles, and parents will still steer the ship. This isn't a pipe dream, it's liberty unleashed, and we are making it real. In May 2024, we took on the Title IX travesty with Young Americans Foundation and states like Kansas, Wyoming, Utah, and Alaska. The Biden administration wanted to force our kids to bow to gender ideology, pronounce bathroom sports, all under threat of punishment. We say no. We will not allow mediocre men to beat extraordinary women. In July, a federal judge in Kansas slammed the brake on those rules, protecting over 1,000 schools in 30-plus states. That's our kids safe from compelling speech, our girls secure in their spaces, a win for the First Amendment and parental rights. David beat Goliath because we had the truth on our side. We have won 69 school board races, flipping the script on a local education. We have passed 32 state laws to shield parents, teachers, and kids from progressive overreach. We knock on doors, made calls, rallied towns, because this isn't just a fight, it's a movement. We have pushed back Marxist, Roth, CRT, DEA, SEL, you name it, gender madness. While demanding real education, literacy, math, civic, our advocacy has brought age-appropriate books, transparency, and a renewed focus on skills to prepare kids for life, no ideology. The vision ahead is a culture of liberty. It will be a bumpy road, but we are not backing down. After decades of leftist erosion, we are clawing back at our republic. The founders gave us a nation of freedom, not tyranny, a government of by and for the people. Article 1 gives Congress power over purse strings, not our kids' minds. The Department of Education is an usurper, and we will bury it. Unions, they will answer to us. Our girls will compete on fair fields. Our kids will learn truth, not lies, and our government will get out of the way. This is about destruction. It's about restoration. We want an education that equips our children, knowledge to reason, skills to build, courage to stand. We want our daughters safe in sports, not persecuted by a woke agenda. We want God back in our culture, literacy back in our schools, and parents back in charge. These aren't new ideas. They are, thank you. They are 3,000-year-old ideas etched in the Bible and the Constitution, the twin pillars of this nation. This is pure common sense. We have been all this for years, but we're just warming up. The left plays the long game, scheming to dismantle our values, Judeo-Christian roots, family, liberty. They destroy everything they touch. But we won't let them have America. We have got 130,000 warriors and counting, like you. And we're coming for school boards, state houses, and every lever of power they have hijacked. In 2025, we will grow our chapters, win more races, and chill our kids' innocence with everything we have got. So here's my charge to you. Joyful warriors, rise for the American souls. Join Moms for Liberty. Come to our national summit in Orlando. Save this date in your calendars. October 16 to 18, and bring your fire. Share your story. Every mother saving her child from a broken system. Every father standing for truth, like Helmet. Together, we will empower each other to take this fight to the gates of tyranny and beyond. Picture it, Americans thriving in a culture of liberty, schools reflecting our communities, kids armed with real knowledge, girls secure in the rights, parents free from government persecution. That's our vision. And it's worth every ounce of sweat, every tear, every prayer. We're not just dismantling a system. We're forging a legacy. Freedom, strength, hope for every child living under this flag. To every one of you, your time, your grit, your unshakable spirit, thank you. You are Moms for Liberty. You are the beating heart of this republic. The founders lead the torch in 1776. Now it's ours to carry. We stand for truth. We fight with joy. We empower the nation. Together, we will reclaim the American soul, not just for us, but for every generation that follows. Let's march into the future unstoppable, unyielding, and unafraid. For our kids, for your country, for liberty itself, rise. Thank you. Thank you.